Meet CARLSMED Inc., a company revolutionizing spine surgery through personalized medicine. By merging digital innovation and medical science, CARLSMED is making spinal procedures more precise. Imagine surgeons with patient-specific plans based on unique anatomies, tools and implants designed solely for that individual. This isn't science fiction, it's the reality CARLSMED is creating. Using AI and 3D printing, they're crafting unique solutions for each patient. Join us as we explore CARLSMED's vision for a better way to heal, one spine at a time. The human spine is a marvel that allows us to stand tall, bend, and twist. But this intricate structure is also incredibly vulnerable. For countless individuals, the spine becomes a source of chronic, debilitating pain. For those suffering from severe spinal conditions, the path to relief is often long and frustrating. When conservative treatments fail, surgery often becomes the next and final option. Surgeons too face immense pressure in these situations. Yet even for the most skilled surgeons, traditional spine surgery has its limitations. This is the world that CARLSMED stepped into, seeing a clear and pressing need. They asked a simple yet profound question. What if we could give surgeons the exact tools they need for each specific patient? This question became the guiding light, offering a new glimmer of hope. For years, medical implants have been standardized. Companies manufacture screws, rods, and cages in standard sizes. Surgeons select the best fit during surgery. However, this has drawbacks, especially with the spine's complexity. No two spines are alike. Standard implants can make restoring alignment difficult, requiring compromises. Surgeons might bend rods manually, introducing weak points. These imperfections can lead to less than ideal outcomes. Implants might fail, requiring revision surgery. CARLSMED aims to solve this by creating implants that are a perfect match from the start. CARLSMED envisions implants created to fit the patient's anatomy. CARLSMED Inc. is not just another medical device company, it is a pioneer in a new field of data-driven, personalized surgical care. At its core, the company provides a comprehensive solution that starts long before a patient ever enters the operating room. Their mission is to empower surgeons with the information and tools they need to achieve the best possible outcome for every individual. They do this by creating patient-specific implants and surgical plans that are meticulously designed based on a deep analysis of the patient's own anatomy. This is not just a product, it's a fully integrated system that transforms the entire surgical workflow, making it more predictable, precise, and personal. The process begins with a simple CT scan of the patient's spine. This scan provides a wealth of detailed information, creating a digital twin of the patient's unique spinal structure. This digital model is then uploaded to CARLSMED's proprietary platform. Here, powerful artificial intelligence algorithms get to work. The AI analyzes the spine, identifies the deformity, and simulates thousands of potential surgical corrections. It calculates the optimal alignment needed to restore balance and relieve pressure on the nerves. This is where the magic happens. The system doesn't just show the problem, it computes the ideal solution, tailored to that specific individual. Based on this AI-driven surgical plan, CARLSMED then designs and manufactures a set of personalized implants. Using state-of-the-art three-dimensional printing technology, they create interbody cages, small devices that are placed between the vertebrae, that are shaped to perfectly match the patient's anatomy and the surgeon's plan. These are not generic blocks, they are custom-crafted components, engineered to fit snugly and provide the exact correction needed. The surgeon receives a complete package before the surgery. The detailed surgical plan and the set of implants made exclusively for their patient. This preparation shifts the complex decision-making from the high-pressure environment of the operating room to a calm, data-informed planning phase. The result is a surgical procedure that is streamlined and efficient. The surgeon walks into the operating room with a clear, predictable roadmap. They know exactly which implants to use and where to place them. There is no need for last-minute adjustments or guesswork. The personalized implants fit perfectly, reducing the time spent in surgery and potentially lowering the risk of complications. This is the personal touch that CARLSMED brings to spine surgery. It's a harmonious blend of a surgeon's skill and the precision of intelligent technology, all working together to serve the unique needs of one person. It is a system designed for certainty in a field where it is needed most. CARLSMED's mission: to improve outcomes for patients undergoing spine surgery. The company's founders envisioned a future where spinal surgery leads to a better quality of life. It's about building a new ecosystem for spinal care, providing surgeons with digital tools that enhance their expertise. The platform allows surgeons to visualize patient anatomy, simulate strategies, and collaborate on data-backed plans. Success is measured by patients walking without pain, returning to their lives with renewed energy. CARLSMED aims for a brighter, less painful future, one personalized surgery at a time. Imagine repairing a leaning tower. You must work with the existing foundation, carefully adding support. This is the challenge a spine surgeon faces. The human spine is a dynamic structure that houses critical communication lines. When compromised, the surgeon must rebuild a complex system. The complexity begins with diagnosis. An MRI doesn't always tell the whole story. The surgeon must become a detective, piecing together clues. Every patient is unique, requiring surgeons to adapt their strategy. It's like being an architect who must design a unique solution for every building. The surgeon has a general plan, but surprises are inevitable. This is the architect's dilemma, achieving perfect stability on unstable ground. It is a high-stakes endeavor where the margin for error is vanishingly small. The human spine is designed for a lifetime of movement, but over time, gravity, aging, and wear and tear can take their toll. The spine can begin a slow, silent surrender. This is degenerative disc disease, narrowing the spaces through which nerves must pass, a painful condition called spinal stenosis. It often begins as a dull ache. One of the most visually striking examples of the spine's surrender is adult degenerative scoliosis, where the spine begins to curve and twist. It is a fundamental breakdown of the body's core architecture. They must essentially halt the spine's surrender and reverse years of gradual decline. The stakes could not be higher for the patient hoping to reclaim their life. Every spine surgery is a tightrope walk. The surgeon balances, providing enough correction to restore alignment, while avoiding damage to delicate structures. The spinal cord and nerves are the most precious and vulnerable elements. They're the body's electrical wiring, and even slight pressure can have devastating consequences, from weakness to paralysis. Every movement is performed with intense focus and precision. The tools traditionally used aren't always nuanced. During spinal fusion, a surgeon manually bends metal rods to match the spine's curve. Another critical step is placing screws into the vertebrae. These screws act as anchor points for the rods. The ultimate goal is to create a balanced spine. A balanced spine distributes weight evenly, reducing stress. This limitation drives the search for a better way. In spine surgery, a perfect implant fit is the holy grail. It provides stable support and restores spinal alignment. However, achieving this is challenging with traditional methods. Surgeons use standard implants that come in limited sizes, not tailored to individual anatomy. A mismatched interbody cage can cause problems. It may not provide optimal surface area contact for bone fusion. This can lead to the implant sinking into the vertebral body. This problem has real consequences for the patient. An imperfect fit can lead to less than optimal results. The search for better outcomes is linked to solving this problem. We need a new approach that starts with the patient's body as the blueprint. A revision surgery is an operation to correct a problem from a previous one. In spinal fusion, this can happen due to mechanical failure of implants, or if the bones did not fuse together as intended. A broken rod can lead to a loss of correction, a return of the deformity, and a recurrence of pain. Revision surgeries are inherently more difficult and riskier than primary surgeries. The surgeon must navigate through scar tissue, which makes identifying normal anatomical structures much more challenging. The specter of revision haunts every spine surgeon. More importantly, the human cost is immeasurable. The desire to reduce the rate of revision surgeries is a powerful motivator for innovation in the field. Beyond the physical challenges, traditional spine surgery carries a significant unseen cost, the cost of uncertainty. For the patient, this begins the moment surgery is proposed. They are presented with statistics and probabilities. Will the surgery work? For the surgeon, uncertainty is a constant companion. They enter the operating room knowing their plan is based on incomplete information. This uncertainty also creates inefficiencies within the hospital system. The cumulative effect is a system that is less efficient and more expensive. The desire to reduce this uncertainty is a key driver of medical innovation. The goal is to transform surgery into a predictable, data-driven procedure. This is how medicine moves forward. The challenges inherent in traditional spine surgery do not end when the final stitch is placed. They create a ripple effect that extends far into the patient's recovery period, influencing its length, its difficulty, and its ultimate success. A longer, more invasive surgery can lead to greater tissue disruption and more blood loss. This can mean a more painful and prolonged immediate recovery. The patient may need to spend more days in the hospital, require stronger pain medication, and face a higher risk of complications. The initial trauma sets the tone for the entire healing journey that follows. If the final spinal alignment is suboptimal, the patient's body must work harder to compensate. Even a small residual imbalance can cause chronic muscle strain and fatigue. This can lead to persistent pain and discomfort, undermining the very purpose of the surgery. The patient might feel better than before, but may not achieve full restoration of function. Their recovery can plateau, leaving them in a frustrating middle ground. This can be emotionally draining, as the finish line seems just out of reach. The quality of the bone-implant interface has a profound impact on recovery. If an implant doesn't have a perfect fit, fusion can be slower and less reliable. A solid fusion is the biological bedrock of a successful outcome. When fusion is delayed or fails, the patient may need a restrictive brace for months. They may endure longer activity restrictions, unable to return to work or hobbies. This extended recovery process has a wide-ranging impact. It affects the patient's family who take on caregiving roles. It affects their employer who loses a team member. It demands more from the healthcare system through follow-up appointments, imaging, and therapy. The ripple effect spreads far and wide. Improving surgical precision is the most effective way to shrink these ripples, paving the way for faster, smoother recovery. The healthcare system is under significant strain. Spine care is one of the most expensive sectors in medicine. The logistical challenge of managing spinal hardware is a major headache. Surgeons, too, are under immense pressure. This strain on the system ultimately trickles down to the patient. It is a system under strain, ripe for a disruption. Most importantly, improve the consistency and quality of patient outcomes. It was a practical necessity. The challenges in spine surgery called for a new direction, a new compass to navigate the complexities of the human spine, not abandoning established principles but augmenting them with intelligence and precision. The surgical community, healthcare system, and patients needed a move away from the one-size-fits-all philosophy, fueled by advancements in data, AI, and advanced manufacturing. It was only a matter of time before these tools found their way into medicine. Surgeons envisioned data-driven plans and implants crafted for each patient's anatomy. This was the landscape CARLSMED was born into, a system needing efficiency and certainty. The future of spine surgery was about to be rewritten. The CARLSMED revolution begins in radiology, with a CT scan. CARLSMED creates a high-fidelity digital replica of a patient's spine. This digital twin is an exact virtual copy, capturing every nuance of their unique anatomy. Borrowed from aerospace, virtual models are tested extensively. CT data uploads to a secure cloud-based platform. Surgeons can view a dynamic, three-dimensional model from any angle, zooming in or out. It's a shift to exploring a living, interactive anatomical map. This digital twin becomes the blueprint for surgical planning, removing ambiguity. It provides a clear view of the unique challenge each patient presents. It's the first step in taking the guesswork out of spine surgery. Once the digital twin exists, the CARLSMED system analyzes the patient's anatomy. The AI automatically identifies each vertebra, measures spinal alignment, and quantifies the deformity. It performs a comprehensive diagnostic workup in seconds. Its most remarkable capability is its ability to simulate potential surgical outcomes. Drawing upon clinical data, surgical principles, and biomechanical models, the AI explores thousands of corrective strategies. This predictive power is the heart of what makes CARLSMED so revolutionary. The AI is constantly learning and improving, creating a cycle of improvement. It is a living, evolving intelligence helping surgeons achieve the best possible outcome for their patients. The CARLSMED platform really transforms the role of the surgeon from just interpreting images to becoming a digital architect. With the AI-generated plan as their starting point, the surgeon steps into this collaborative, interactive design session. Using the software, they can review the proposed correction and drawing on their clinical judgment and experience, make fine-tuning adjustments that only a human expert can provide. The platform isn't some black box that dictates a plan. Instead, it's sophisticated digital tools that empower the surgeon to design the ideal surgery for their patient. It's truly a partnership between human expertise and machine intelligence. Imagine a surgeon sitting at their computer days before the operation. On the screen is the patient's digital twin. With just a few clicks, they can simulate implant placement and instantly see how it affects spinal alignment. They can adjust angles by a single degree or implant height by a millimeter, and watch as the model recalculates the spinal posture. They can try different strategies, comparing outcomes side by side. This lets them explore possibilities in a risk-free virtual environment, making sure they arrive at the best plan before surgery. This digital planning also serves as a powerful communication tool. Surgeons can use 3D models to explain the procedure in a way that was never possible before. Instead of pointing to confusing X-ray lines, they can show the patient their spine in 3 dimensions, demonstrating exactly where the problem is and how surgery will fix it. This visual clarity demystifies the process and reduces anxiety, creating shared understanding and deeper trust. Ultimately, the surgeon has the final say. They're the captain and technology is their navigation system. They review data, consider AI recommendations, make adjustments, and when satisfied, approve the final surgical plan. This approval kicks off the next phase when the digital blueprint is finalized. The surgeon has designed a custom solution for their patient. The guesswork is gone and a clear path forward is established. Once the surgeon finalizes the surgical blueprint on the platform, the plan is digitally transmitted to CARLSMED's advanced manufacturing facility. This is where, honestly, the digital design is transformed into a physical reality. The process that makes this all possible is called additive manufacturing, or as most people know it, 3D printing. Unlike traditional manufacturing, which starts with a block of material and carves away the excess, 3D printing actually builds an object layer by painstaking layer from the ground up. This approach is perfect for creating complex, one-of-a-kind objects, making it the ideal technology for producing patient-specific medical implants. The material used for CARLSMED's implants is a medical-grade titanium alloy. The 3D printing process uses a high-powered laser to fuse together microscopic particles of this titanium powder. Following the precise digital instructions from the surgical plan, the laser melts the powder in a specific pattern, creating one ultra-thin layer of the implant. Then a new layer of powder is spread over the top, and the process repeats itself hundreds or even thousands of times. Slowly, layer by layer, the custom-designed interbody cage materializes inside the machine. It's a remarkable fusion of digital information and physical matter, turning pixels on a screen into a solid, tangible object. The real beauty of 3D printing isn't just its ability to create custom shapes, but also to make intricate internal structures that would be impossible with traditional methods. CARLSMED's implants are designed with a porous, lattice-like architecture on their surfaces. This structure isn't random, it's specifically engineered to mimic the natural, spongy structure of bone, a feature known as a trabecular surface. This design encourages the patient's own bone cells to grow into and through the implant, creating a strong biological fusion. The implant doesn't just sit between the vertebrae, it acts as a scaffold that helps the body heal itself. After printing is complete, the implants go through a rigorous process of cleaning and quality control inspection to make sure they meet the highest medical standards and perfectly match the approved design. The final product is a set of sterile, personalized implants, each one labeled for a specific vertebral level, ready to be shipped to the hospital. A complete kit, containing the surgical plan and the implants made exclusively for that one patient, arrives well in advance of the scheduled surgery. The magic of 3D printing has, in a very real sense, bridged the gap between the virtual world of digital design and the physical world of the operating room. The final product is the patient-specific interbody fusion device. To call it a simple cage would be an understatement. A generic cage is like a standard house key. The implant is like a key custom-milled to fit the patient's unique vertebral anatomy. Its shape and size are precisely engineered. It's not just a spacer, it's the optimal solution. The surfaces are contoured to perfectly match the patient's bones, maximizing contact and stability. Every feature has a purpose. The porous structure creates an ideal environment for bone growth, crucial for a lasting fusion. The implant becomes an active participant in the fusion process. They have the right key for every lock. The implant is the ultimate expression of personalization. On the day of surgery, the atmosphere is different. Uncertainty is replaced by calm predictability. The team has a clear, shared roadmap, having studied the three-dimensional surgical plan. They have the exact custom-made implants ready. Execution of the plan requires immense skill, guided by unprecedented precision. The surgeon requests the implant, it is handed to them, inserted, and it slides into place with a snug, perfect fit. The process is efficient, streamlined, and elegant. It is a symphony of precision, where each component fits perfectly. The result is more efficient and predictable. It reduces stress and translates into a better, safer experience for the patient. The CARLSMED system is more than just a tool for planning one surgery at a time. It is a powerful data platform that has the potential to elevate the entire field of spine care. For each case, the system captures a wealth of information: the patient's initial anatomy, the digital plan, the specific implant designs, and, crucially, the post-operative outcomes. This creates a rich, structured data set that can be used to drive continuous improvement. By analyzing this data over thousands of cases, CARLSMED and its partner surgeons can begin to answer some of the most challenging questions in spine surgery with a level of statistical power that has never before been possible. For example, the platform can identify subtle anatomical patterns that are associated with better or worse outcomes. It can determine which corrective strategies are most effective for specific types of scoliosis or for patients of a certain age or bone quality. This collective intelligence allows every surgeon using the platform to benefit from the experience of hundreds of their peers. A surgeon in a small community hospital can tap into a knowledge base that is as deep and broad as one at a major academic medical center. This data-driven approach moves the practice of spine surgery away from reliance on anecdote and individual experience and toward a model based on robust, evidence-based medicine. This feedback loop is a core part of CARLSMED's long-term vision. As a surgeon completes a case and uploads follow-up images months or years later, the AI can compare the actual outcome to its original prediction. This allows the system to refine its algorithms, making them smarter and more accurate for the next patient. It is a process of continuous learning and validation. This commitment to tracking long-term outcomes is what will ultimately prove the value of the personalized approach. The goal is to build an irrefutable body of evidence demonstrating that data-driven, patient-specific surgery leads to more durable fusions, lower revision rates, and better quality of life for patients. This data-centric model also opens the door for groundbreaking research. Surgeons and researchers can query the anonymized dataset to investigate new hypotheses and publish studies that can help shape the future of clinical guidelines. It creates a powerful engine for discovery, accelerating the pace of innovation for the entire industry. The impact of CARLSMED's technology, therefore, extends far beyond the individual patient. It is building an infrastructure that will help to standardize excellence, quantify success, and create a smarter, more responsive healthcare system for everyone. Every single case contributes to a brighter future for the next. The introduction of a technology as transformative as CARLSMED's Aprivo platform redefines the relationship between the surgeon and their tools. It forges a new kind of partnership. The surgeon is no longer just a user of static physical instruments. They are an active collaborator with a dynamic, intelligent system. This partnership begins long before the surgery, in the digital design phase, and continues long after, through the collection of outcomes data. It is a symbiotic relationship where the surgeon's irreplaceable experience and clinical judgment are augmented and amplified by the analytical power of artificial intelligence. It represents the best of both worlds: human touch guided by machine precision. This new partnership fundamentally changes the surgeon's workflow for the better. It offloads the tedious and mentally taxing work of manual measurements and complex geometric calculations to the machine. This liberates the surgeon to focus on what they do best, thinking critically about the patient's overall condition, considering the nuances of their lifestyle and goals, and making the final strategic decisions. The system provides the data, the surgeon provides the wisdom. This division of labor makes the entire process more efficient and allows the surgeon to operate at the very top of their cognitive and clinical abilities. This collaborative model also fosters a greater sense of confidence and control. By exploring different surgical scenarios in the virtual world, the surgeon can fully understand the trade-offs of each approach and select the one that they believe is truly optimal. They walk into the operating room not with a tentative plan, but with a deeply considered, data-validated strategy that they themselves have designed and approved. This feeling of preparedness reduces stress and allows for a more focused and deliberate performance during the surgery itself. The system acts as a trusted co-pilot, handling the navigation so the pilot can focus on flying the plane. This partnership is built on a foundation of trust and transparency. The surgeon is always in command, The AI provides recommendations, but it never makes decisions. The platform is designed to be intuitive and interactive, giving the surgeon full control to modify and shape the plan until it aligns perfectly with their clinical intent. This respect for the surgeon's authority is key to the system's adoption and success. CARLSMED has not built a technology to replace surgeons, but a technology to empower them. It is a new partnership that promises to elevate the craft of surgery and enable surgeons to deliver a level of personalized care that was once the stuff of science fiction. So, what truly makes the CARLSMED approach special? Well, it's not any single component, but the seamless integration of all the components into a single cohesive platform. It's not just the digital twin, the AI, the three-dimensional printing, or the custom implant. It's really the power of the entire end-to-end system. This is a holistic solution that reimagines the entire surgical workflow, from initial diagnosis to post-operative follow-up. While other companies might offer a patient-specific instrument or maybe a surgical planning software, CARLSMED is unique in its creation of a closed-loop ecosystem where each part informs and enhances the others. This is actually the source of its transformative power. The platform's ability to connect the preoperative plan directly to a manufactured patient-specific device is a critical differentiator. Traditionally, there's been a disconnect between the plan and the execution. A surgeon might have a beautiful plan in their mind, but they were limited by the standard tools available in the operating room. CARLSMED closes this gap. The Aprivo platform ensures that the elegant solution designed on the computer is the exact solution that's delivered to the patient. This creates a chain of custody for precision, a digital thread that runs unbroken from the initial CT scan all the way to the final implant placement, making sure the surgical intent is perfectly translated into reality. Furthermore, the platform is built for the future. It's a learning system designed to get smarter with every use. The continuous feedback loop of collecting outcome data to refine the AI algorithms means that the system's value will really compound over time. This is a profound departure from the static nature of traditional medical devices. A standard screw or cage is the same today as it will be in 5 years. The CARLSMED platform, however, is an evolving intelligence, constantly improving its ability to help surgeons achieve better results. This commitment to data-driven evolution ensures that the company will remain at the cutting edge of spinal care for years to come. Ultimately, what makes CARLSMED special is its unwavering focus on the individual patient. The entire complex technological infrastructure was built to answer one simple question: what is the best possible solution for this person? The platform enables the mass personalization of spine surgery, bringing a level of bespoke care previously reserved for the ultra-wealthy to the broader healthcare system. It's a technology that's both incredibly sophisticated and deeply human. It combines the cold logic of algorithms with the warm empathy of a surgeon's care, creating a new paradigm that is safer, more predictable, and more hopeful for everyone involved. Every revolution begins with a moment of profound dissatisfaction. For Mike Cordonnier, the co-founder and CEO of CARLSMED, that moment was built over years of observation. Cordonnier had a front-row seat to the daily drama of the operating room. He saw the trays of generic implants and the compromises required to make a standard part fit a unique human being. Cordonnier saw the disconnect between advancements in technology and the static world of spinal implants. This frustration became the fertile ground from which CARLSMED would grow. He envisioned a different reality, driven by a fundamental question: why are we still trying to fit the patient to the implant, when we have the technology to fit the implant perfectly to the patient? It was about solving a fundamental human problem, transforming a founder's frustration into a company with a world-changing mission. The story of CARLSMED didn't begin in a gleaming corporate high-rise. It began with an idea, a handful of believers, and a whole lot of grit. The early days were a whirlwind of late nights and relentless problem-solving, fueled by coffee and a shared conviction that they were onto something big. Mike Cordonnier, along with his co-founder Justin Chang, started by mapping out the immense challenge ahead. They weren't just designing a new device, they were designing an entirely new process. It was an audacious goal that required a multidisciplinary approach from day one. Their initial headquarters wasn't much to look at. Here, the foundational code for the Aprivo platform was written. The team worked to build the digital infrastructure that could securely receive a patient's CT scan, transform it into a three-dimensional model, and allow a surgeon to interact with it in a meaningful way. Funding is the lifeblood of any startup, and securing it for such a novel concept was a formidable challenge. Slowly but surely, the pieces began to fall into place. A visionary idea is only as good as the team that brings it to life. CARLSMED's success depended on assembling a group of people with a rare blend of skills. He needed people who could live at the intersection of anatomy and algorithms. This was, honestly, the secret sauce. Cordonnier and the early leaders looked for people with a deep curiosity and a low ego. It was a place where collaboration was not just encouraged, but essential. Everyone was united by the common goal of improving patient outcomes. The result was a dream team perfectly suited to the challenge. The strength of CARLSMED is, and always will be, the strength of its people. Mike Cordonnier's vision for CARLSMED extends far beyond the creation of a single innovative product. He sees the company as the catalyst for a fundamental redefinition of how we approach not just spine surgery, but complex medical interventions as a whole. His vision is of a future where every major surgical procedure is preceded by a meticulous digital planning phase, where outcomes are predictable, and where the tools used are perfectly tailored to the individual. He believes the days of one-size-fits-all are numbered, and that CARLSMED is writing the first chapter of a new book on personalized, data-driven medicine. This is the grander purpose that fuels his daily work. At the heart of this vision is the power of data. Cordonnier foresees a future where the CARLSMED platform becomes an indispensable intelligence engine for the entire spine care community. He imagines a world where the collective, anonymized data from tens of thousands of surgeries creates a feedback loop of unprecedented power. This data will not only refine the AI's predictive capabilities but will also uncover new clinical insights, leading to the development of entirely new treatment protocols. The vision is to move medicine from a practice based on broad population averages to one based on precise, predictive, and personalized evidence for each individual patient. This future, as Cordonnier sees it, is also profoundly more efficient. By eliminating the guesswork and waste associated with traditional surgery, the CARLSMED approach can dramatically reduce costs for the entire healthcare system. Shorter operating times, reduced implant inventory, lower complication rates, and fewer revision surgeries all contribute to a more sustainable model of care. This efficiency isn't just about saving money, it's about reallocating precious healthcare resources to where they are needed most. It's about increasing access to high-quality care and allowing hospitals to treat more patients more effectively. The vision is one of systemic improvement, creating value for patients, surgeons, and providers alike. Ultimately, Cordonnier's vision is deeply humanistic. He believes that technology should serve humanity, reducing suffering and restoring quality of life. He envisions a future where a patient diagnosed with a severe spinal deformity is no longer filled with fear and uncertainty, but with confidence and hope. They will know that their surgery is not an approximation, but a precisely orchestrated procedure designed specifically for them. This shift from anxiety to assurance is the ultimate measure of success. The Cordonnier vision is not just about building a successful company, it is about building a better, more certain, and more hopeful future for anyone facing the challenge of spine surgery. From its inception, CARLSMED has been animated by a spirit that feels more like a cause than a corporation. The mission to improve patient outcomes is not just a slogan on a PowerPoint slide, it is the central organizing principle that informs every decision, from engineering priorities to business strategy. This sense of purpose is deeply embedded in the company's culture, creating an environment where employees feel they are contributing to something larger than themselves. They are not just developing software or manufacturing devices, they are building tools that help restore people's ability to walk, to work, and to live without pain. This transforms a job into a vocation. This cause-driven mentality is most evident in the company's unwavering focus on the end user, the patient. While CARLSMED's direct customer is the surgeon and the hospital, the team never loses sight of the person whose life will be changed by their technology. Stories of patient successes are shared widely within the company, serving as powerful reminders of the real-world impact of their work. This patient centricity acts as a moral compass, ensuring that the company's innovations are always aligned with the best interests of those they are ultimately trying to serve. It is a constant check against prioritizing profit over people, ensuring the mission remains pure. The commitment to this cause also shapes CARLSMED's relationship with the surgical community. The company doesn't see surgeons as mere customers, but as essential partners in a shared mission. They work collaboratively, listening intently to feedback and co-developing solutions that address the real-world challenges surgeons face in the operating room. This partnership is built on mutual respect and a shared desire to advance the standard of care. By empowering surgeons with better tools and data, CARLSMED is helping them achieve the outstanding results they have always strived for, making the cause a collective effort between innovator and practitioner. This sense of being part of a cause also fuels the team's resilience. Bringing a revolutionary medical technology to market is an incredibly difficult journey, filled with regulatory hurdles, technical setbacks, and moments of doubt. A purely commercial motivation might falter in the face of such adversity, but a team united by a cause finds a deeper well of motivation. They are driven by the belief that their work matters, that overcoming these obstacles will lead to a tangible good in the world. This shared conviction gives them the strength to persevere, to innovate relentlessly, and to stay true to their founding vision of building a better future, one spine at a time. Section 6. Navigating the Gauntlet, Hurdles and Headwinds. The path to a market-ready medical technology is a gauntlet of scientific, regulatory, and commercial challenges. For CARLSMED, the first hurdle was technical, proving their platform could work reliably. Perhaps the most formidable hurdle was navigating the stringent regulatory landscape. On the commercial front, the company faced the headwind of industry inertia. They had to overcome skepticism and prove the clinical and economic value of their approach. It was a high-wire balancing act requiring operational excellence and strategic foresight. Section 7. The North Star. A relentless focus on the patient. For CARLSMED, their unshakable North Star has been a relentless focus on the patient. This principle serves as the ultimate filter for every decision. The question, what is best for the patient, is the foundation of its vision. This focus shows up in the way the technology is designed, ensuring a surgeon can easily access the information they need to make the best possible plan for their patient. The technology's purpose is simple: to give a person their life back, free from the limitations of spinal disease. CARLSMED's true key performance indicators are clinical. This North Star provides the moral and motivational energy that propels the company forward. It is the very reason for its existence and the brightest promise of its future. Section 1. The Story of a Surgeon, Dr. Evans's Epiphany. Meet Dr. Evans, a veteran spine surgeon. Despite years of success, she felt a quiet unease. Introduced to the CARLSMED system, she was initially skeptical. But during a demonstration, uploading a challenging case's CT scan, something shifted. A detailed 3D digital twin of the spine appeared. The AI generated a surgical plan with custom implant specifications. It elevated her judgment, providing tools for a data-driven blueprint. The unease dissolved, replaced by excitement. Dr. Evans realized this was the future, eliminating guesswork and offering unprecedented certainty. Let's meet Sarah, a 58-year-old landscape architect. Her passion has become a source of escalating pain. Diagnosed with adult degenerative scoliosis and spinal stenosis, the pain steals her sleep and energy. Her world has shrunk. She has tried physical therapy and injections, but their effect has waned. The decision to consider surgery is terrifying, a leap into the unknown. Sarah feels a deep sense of loss for the life she used to have. She is looking for more than just a solution. She is looking for a reason to be hopeful. Dr. Evans reviews Sarah's imaging, revealing scoliosis, collapsed discs, and bone spurs pinching nerves. Traditionally, surgery involved trimming bone spurs and using generic implants with uncertain outcomes. Now, Dr. Evans proposes a new approach, a personalized solution. Using a digital twin of Sarah's spine and AI, they'll design a precise plan. This personalized approach and surgical simulation offer reassurance. Sarah's fear diminishes, replaced by optimism. Sarah returns for a follow-up with Dr. Evans. This meeting is unlike any she has ever had. Instead of gray X-ray films, they are looking at a large, high-definition monitor. On the screen, a vibrant, three-dimensional model of Sarah's spine is slowly rotating. Dr. Evans can zoom in on the exact spot where a nerve is being pinched. Dr. Evans then shows Sarah the before and after simulation, a straighter, more balanced spine, the product of the AI-driven plan. Sarah can see the plan and visualize the end goal. The mystery and fear surrounding the surgery begin to evaporate, replaced by understanding. This process builds an incredible level of trust. She is being treated as a person whose understanding is a crucial part of the healing process. She is endorsing a specific, personalized plan that she has seen and understands. She feels a deep confidence in her surgeon. who is now armed with this incredible technology. In the days leading up to the surgery, Dr. Evans finalizes the digital plan at her office. She meticulously reviews every detail, scrutinizing angles and implant heights. Considering Sarah's needs as a landscape architect, Dr. Evans makes subtle tweaks, enhancing support. This interactive process allows her to arrive at a plan she is supremely confident in. When fully satisfied, she approves the final blueprint, setting in motion the manufacturing of Sarah's personalized implants. This certainty allows her to approach surgery with a clear mind, a direct benefit to Sarah. Sarah knows the components were created just for her, reducing anxiety and ensuring calm anticipation. The day of Sarah's surgery arrives. In the operating room, the atmosphere is focused. Instead of cluttered trays, there is a single small kit with Sarah's personalized implants. The surgical team has reviewed the 3D plan. Everyone knows their role. As Dr. Evans prepares the first disc space, she calls for the designated implant. It fits perfectly. Sarah's spine is straight and stable. The surgery has been a complete success. As the team closes the incision, there is a shared sense of accomplishment. Sarah wakes up feeling different. The pain that had been her constant companion is gone. The next day, with help, she stands. For the first time in a decade, she is standing straight. Her recovery is remarkably swift. Once home, Sarah's recovery continues. Within months, she is back to her daily activities, reclaiming lost parts of her life. She starts taking long walks again, feeling the joy of moving without pain. The moment is profound, a symbol of her full return to the life she loves. The CARLSMED approach didn't just fix her spine, it gave her back her passion and mobility, a success story measured in the restored quality of life. Section 8. The Ripple Effect, Beyond a Single Success. Sarah's successful outcome represents a much larger wave of change. The benefits extend far beyond her own well-being, touching the surgeon, the hospital, and the healthcare system. For Dr. Evans, it's professionally transformative, enabling a higher standard of care and reducing burnout. The hospital benefits from shorter operating times, treating more patients, and reduced costs. This is the larger story that CARLSMED is writing: systemic improvement through technological innovation. By focusing on individual patient success, the platform elevates the entire ecosystem of care, creating a more sustainable and effective model. Section 9. The Voice of the Patient, a New Anthem of Hope. The most powerful testament to the impact of CARLSMED's technology is not found in a research paper or a financial report. It is found in the voices of patients like our hypothetical Sarah. It is the collective chorus of thousands of individuals whose lives have been transformed. Their stories, once defined by the language of pain, limitation, and fear, are now rewritten with words of relief, freedom, and gratitude. This growing collection of success stories forms a new anthem of hope for those who are still suffering, a powerful message that a different, better future is possible for them too. This new anthem speaks of renewed mobility. It is the voice of the grandfather who can now lift his grandchild without a flash of pain. It is the voice of the teacher who can stand in front of her class all day without wincing. It is the voice of the hiker who has returned to the mountain trails they thought they had left behind forever. Each of these stories is a victory over the tyranny of chronic pain, a testament to a technology that does not just fuse bones, but restores the fundamental human ability to move through the world with ease and joy. This is the ultimate measure of success. The anthem also sings of a new relationship with the medical process. Patients speak of feeling seen, heard, and understood. They recall the moment they saw their own spine in 3D, the clarity it brought, and the trust it inspired. They talk about feeling like a partner in their own care, not just a passive subject. This empowerment is a critical, though often overlooked, component of healing. By demystifying the surgical process and involving the patient in the planning, the CARLSMED approach helps to heal the fear and anxiety that so often accompany a serious medical diagnosis, treating the whole person, not just their spine. Ultimately, this chorus of patient voices is the sound of the future. It is a powerful counter-narrative to the old stories of uncertainty and compromise. It provides tangible evidence that a personalized, data-driven approach is not just a theoretical improvement, but a life-altering reality. As this anthem of hope grows louder, it will inspire more surgeons to adopt this better way and encourage more patients to seek out a solution tailored just for them. The voice of the patient is the final, irrefutable proof of CARLSMED's value, and it is the sound that will continue to drive the company's mission forward. Section 1. Beyond the spine, the platform's potential. CARLSMED's revolutionary platform is too powerful to be confined to the spine. The core technology, the digital twin, AI-driven planning, and patient-specific 3D printing, is a blueprint for the future of surgery. Imagine custom-fit plates restoring a patient's unique facial structure or personalized joint replacements. The platform is scalable. CARLSMED has built a flexible engine for personalized orthopedic and reconstructive surgery. The journey has just begun. CARLSMED is redefining the operating room, transforming it into a streamlined, data-driven environment where custom implants are the norm, not the exception. Surgeons will rely on digital twins and augmented reality, guiding their hands with unprecedented precision. The entire OR will function as an integrated system, with robotics and real-time data ensuring every move is safe and efficient. This leap forward means fewer errors, faster recoveries, and a new era of predictability in surgery. CARLSMED's innovations are laying the groundwork for a safer, smarter, and more collaborative future in surgical care. CARLSMED's platform is revolutionizing surgical training, turning the old apprenticeship model into a digital, interactive experience. Residents can now practice on virtual cases, compare their plans to expert surgeons, and learn from a global library of real surgeries. This technology accelerates learning, builds confidence, and ensures every surgeon is better prepared before ever stepping into the OR. By democratizing access to expertise, CARLSMED is raising the standard of care for all. The future of surgery is in capable, well-trained hands, thanks to this powerful new classroom. The ripple effects of CARLSMED's technology extend far beyond the hospital, restoring mobility and independence to patients and their families. By reducing pain and disability, more people return to work and life, easing the burden on caregivers and the economy. Personalized, minimally invasive surgeries help address the challenges of an aging population, keeping society active and engaged. CARLSMED's work is building a healthier, more productive future, one spine at a time. This is more than medical innovation, it's a catalyst for societal well-being. CARLSMED has orchestrated a new era in spine surgery where digital twins, AI, and 3D printing work in perfect harmony. Every step, from planning to custom implant creation to the final procedure, is seamlessly integrated for precision and predictability. Surgeons now perform with the confidence of a well-rehearsed symphony, not improvisation. This closed-loop system transforms surgery from guesswork to science, setting a new benchmark for care. CARLSMED's holistic approach is redefining what's possible in medicine. CARLSMED replaces surgical uncertainty with data-driven confidence for patients, surgeons, and hospitals alike. Patients become informed partners, seeing their own digital spine and understanding every step of their care. Surgeons are freed from guesswork, focusing on strategy and execution with clarity and assurance. This confidence ripples through the entire care team, making surgery safer and more predictable. By eliminating doubt, CARLSMED is building a foundation of trust and excellence in spine care. CARLSMED's technology empowers, not replaces, the surgeon, freeing them to focus on wisdom, empathy, and the healing touch. AI handles the calculations, but the surgeon's judgment and compassion remain at the heart of every decision. Digital models foster deeper patient-doctor communication, building trust and understanding, the ultimate goal restoring lives, not just spines, through a perfect blend of technology and humanity. CARLSMED proves that as medicine becomes smarter, it can also become more personal and compassionate. The founding of CARLSMED, born from a founder's frustration with the status quo, is a classic tale of disruptive innovation. It's a story of seeing a problem so clearly that inaction is no longer an option. Mike Cordonnier and his team didn't set out to make an incremental improvement. They set out to challenge the core philosophy of an entire field. They questioned the unquestionable, the reliance on standardized parts, and in doing so, they unlocked a new frontier of possibility. Their legacy will be not just the company they built, but the fundamental shift in thinking they inspired throughout the medical technology industry. This legacy is built on a foundation of courage and perseverance. The path to bringing such a revolutionary technology to market was a gauntlet of technical, regulatory, and commercial hurdles. It required a team that was not only brilliant but also resilient, a team driven by a cause greater than themselves. They had to convince a skeptical world that their audacious vision was not science fiction, but the next logical step in the evolution of surgery. Their success provides a powerful blueprint for other innovators, proving that with a clear vision and a relentless focus on solving a real human need, it's absolutely possible to overcome immense obstacles and change the world. Looking forward, the future for CARLSMED and the patients it serves is incredibly bright. The company's learning platform ensures that its technology will only become more intelligent and more effective over time. As the database of cases and outcomes grows, the AI's predictive power will increase, leading to even better surgical plans and more reliable results. The expansion of the platform's core technology into other areas of orthopedic and reconstructive surgery promises to bring this new standard of personalized care to millions more patients, from those with traumatic injuries to those with degenerative joint disease. The innovation engine at CARLSMED is just getting started. The ultimate promise is one of enduring hope. For the millions of people who live under the shadow of chronic back pain, CARLSMED represents a new beacon. It's the hope that a solution exists that is as unique as they are. It's the hope that surgery can be a predictable and confident step toward recovery, not a frightening leap into the unknown. It's the hope that a future free from pain is not just a dream, but an achievable reality. The legacy of CARLSMED is one of innovation, but its future will be written in the stories of restored lives and rekindled hope, one patient at a time. The story of CARLSMED and its impact begins with a single patient, a single surgeon, and a single successful outcome. It starts as a small ripple in the vast ocean of healthcare. But as we've seen, the benefits of this personalized approach don't stop there. The positive effects spread outward, touching the hospital, the healthcare system, and honestly, society at large. A faster, more predictable surgery leads to greater efficiency. A lower complication rate reduces the immense cost of revision procedures. A quicker recovery gets people back to their families and their jobs sooner. Each individual success contributes to a stronger, healthier, and more productive community. As more surgeons adopt this technology and more patients experience its benefits, that initial ripple begins to build. It connects with other ripples, gaining energy and momentum. The anecdotal evidence of success grows into a powerful body of clinical data, irrefutably proving the value of the personalized approach. This evidence, in turn, influences clinical guidelines and best practices, encouraging even wider adoption. The conversation in the industry shifts. The question is no longer if surgery should be personalized, but how it can be implemented most effectively. The ripple of innovation slowly but surely swells into a powerful wave of change. This wave has the power to wash away the old, inefficient structures that have strained our healthcare system for way too long. It can erode the mountains of wasted inventory, the long and unpredictable operating times, and the costly burden of failed surgeries. In its place, it leaves behind a new landscape, one that is leaner, more efficient, and more sustainable. This is not merely a cost-saving measure, it's a fundamental reallocation of resources. The money saved on waste and revisions can be reinvested in preventative care, in research, and in providing access to more people in need. It's a transformation that benefits everyone. We are now witnessing the beginning of this transformation. The success of CARLSMED is a clear sign that the era of one-size-fits-all medicine is coming to a close. The wave of personalization is building, and it's poised to reshape the shores of modern medicine. What started as a focused solution for the spine is becoming a tidal force for change across the entire surgical landscape. The initial ripple of a good idea has now grown into a wave of progress, carrying with it the promise of a better standard of care for all. The journey of CARLSMED Inc. is more than the story of one company. It's a preview of the future of medicine itself. It's a future that is predictive, precise, and above all, personal. We're moving away from a system that treats diseases and toward one that treats individuals. We're leaving behind the world of averages and approximations and entering an era where care is tailored to the unique biology and anatomy of each person. CARLSMED is not just following this trend, it's at the vanguard, actively building the tools and technologies that are making this personalized tomorrow a reality today. This future promises a new covenant between patients and the healthcare system. It's a promise that you will be seen as an individual, not as a statistic. It's a promise that the treatments you receive will be designed with your specific needs in mind, leveraging the full power of data and technology to give you the best possible chance of a successful outcome. This shift empowers patients, transforming them from passive subjects into active co-creators of their own health journey. It replaces fear with knowledge, anxiety with confidence, and uncertainty with a clear, predictable path forward. For those who dedicate their lives to healing, the surgeons, nurses, and healthcare providers, this future offers the opportunity to practice medicine at a level they have only dreamed of. It provides them with tools that match their skill and ambition, allowing them to translate their deep knowledge into consistently superior results. It relieves them of systemic inefficiencies and allows them to focus on what truly matters, the patient in front of them. It's a future that promises to reduce burnout and restore the profound joy and satisfaction that comes from the practice of medicine. The work of CARLSMED Inc. serves as a powerful and inspiring example of what is possible when a visionary idea is combined with brilliant technology and a deeply human purpose. The company has laid down a marker, setting a new standard for what patients should expect and what the medical field can achieve. The personalized tomorrow they are building is not a distant utopian dream. It's arriving now, in operating rooms around the country, with every digital twin created, every custom implant printed, and every life restored. The future of innovation is here, and it is as unique as